Welcome back, everyone, to Pat's Travel Pass. We're checking out Southwest's version of business class. You haven't heard of it? Come join us and find. We're starting off in Oakland, California, one of Southwest's major hubs on the West Coast, and we are flying to Honolulu to check out not only Southwest's Business Select product, but also their service to Hawaii, one of their longest flights in their route. So as you can see here, we snagged A1 on not one, but both legs. This is attributed to checking in for our Oakland to San Diego flight at the same time as our San Diego to Honolulu flight. So what do you actually get with Business Select? So here you can see you get a refundable ticket, A1 to 15, so you board the plane first in Southwest open seating, a complimentary drink, new free in-flight internet, which is a nice addition, and then more rapid rewards points. The benefits dwindle as you get down to want to get away, which is their standard fare. But yeah, it's a pretty well thought out product in terms of the open seating. You can't really get better than that considering there is no premium seating, so they say, but we'll show you what the best seats are if you get to choose A1 yourself. The first few perks that Southwest offer before getting to the plane is a priority line for checking baggage as well as speaking to an agent, and then a priority security line, which is also shared with A-List and A-List Preferred, which is Southwest's 2 status levels. For this first flight, we're over in Terminal 2, where most of Southwest flights are, Gate 30, which is at the very far end of Oakland's little pier finger. Funny enough, Honolulu was actually taking off next to us in gate 29 after the Spokane flight, which we could have taken. However, the wanna get away fare was the same price as the Business Select. So here we go, A1, first one on the plane because there was no pre-boarders. Any seat on the whole plane, your bag's going overhead, but what seat do you pick? So here's a picture of Southwest's seating on their 737 MAX 8. So let's break it down. We have rows 14, 15, and 16 are all good seats. Personally, I love row 15 because traveling with a +1, you'll want to just get that row of 2. However, there is no additional legroom. So it is a standard seat, but you don't have anyone to your left or right, depending on where you sit. So you do kind of have your own little private row of 2 on a single aisle plane, which is rare. So that's why we personally like it. I'm able to get some work done, and as a right-handed person, I like that right side of the plane, middle seat technically, because I can still get the good window views as you can see here. But the row behind us does have extra leg room, so that is preferred by most people. There's also a seat to the back right of me that doesn't have a seat in front of them, which would be the missing seat to my right in this row of 2. So a lot of people like that, especially if they're traveling solo. It's really up to you, but I love the row of 2. As you can see here, a pretty standard seat for a 737. You got your netting on the back of the seat for an iPad or phone, which I like, as well as a little pocket. Now this is another 737 MAX that we flew on, and it did have charging ports. This is not the Honolulu flight that we were on. It's just to show you what the charging port looks like. Unfortunately, on our 2 flights, we did not have any charging capabilities, but just wanted to show you what it looks like where it is. But yeah, off we go to Honolulu. So we got free baggage check-in, we got the better security line, we got to pick our seat first. What else is left? Free internet, brand new to Business Select members. Honestly, it was super fast. So I was able to actually stream an F1 race the whole time we were flying over there, which was awesome. Also, on these long haul flights for Southwest, they provide a little snack pack. It's not the greatest, a lot of carbs, but you get your wheat thins, you get a little cheese spread, the classic snack mix that they always hand out, as well as some fruit snacks, which I appreciated. They do hand out a little bit of dessert later, which we'll show you, but if you're peckish, at least you know you are getting something on these Hawaii-only bound flights for Southwest. Now, if you're a fan of Pat's Travel Pass, you know we like to test out the drink service. So here we got the Hawaii-only coconut rum and mixed it with some orange juice just to try and make our own little Mai Tai to get in the correct Hawaii mindset. It was actually pretty decent. I liked the rum because it is a Hawaii-only bound option, but yeah, I would highly recommend. As I said, internet was actually spectacular for middle of the freaking Pacific. So that was a nice touch. About halfway through the flight, flight attendants passed out the State of Hawaii Agriculture form. I would recommend bringing a pen because I saw flight attendants running around trying to bring pens to people throughout the flight. But if you bring your own, you'll make someone's day when you can offer it up to them. About an hour before landing, they went around for a second drink service, had to try out the other Hawaii-only alcoholic option, which is the Big Wave, located on the Big Island of Hawaii. They have a brewery there, pretty good environment if you want to go check it out. Bathroom in the front of the plane, pretty standard for a narrow plane. It is a little tight. And then like I mentioned, they did hand out dessert. This brownie brittle is to die for. I cannot tell you how many times we've flown to Hawaii, and this is like the one thing we're looking forward to. Low calorie and really tasty. Also got a glass of water as we headed into Honolulu, and were welcomed by one of the best sunsets ever. Now, a little bit of backstory on our time in San Diego for our layover. We did actually have about an hour and a half delay getting out of there, along with our original 2.5 hour planned layover. So it did become pretty long. And if you've ever been to San Diego's Southwest Terminal, it is packed and it is cramped. Not an enjoyable place to be, unfortunately. The reason, though, for the delay was that they were changing a tire on our plane. Now, I asked the flight attendant, how common is this? They said all the time. But for me, first time ever, kind of a fun experience. But we finally made it to Honolulu. Now, is the price worth Business Select on Southwest? As you can see, it is not a traditional business class product. You still get a standard seat, but you get that extra space or extra legroom. So that's pretty nice. We did pay about $450 round trip for Business Select both ways, which was pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's worth it. I would likely try and upgrade at the gate last minute to get that A1 to 15, and then your flight would be perfect. The in-flight Wi-Fi, cheap, $8 I believe, so you could just get that on your own accord. But yeah, all the other bells and whistles are nice, but it's not like a traditional business or domestic first. But we had a great time in Hawaii thanks to Southwest, and hoping to see you next time. Thanks for joining us.